My first reaction was that I was really happy.
Weeks from the start of the school year and districts are finalizing mask policies.
Why are you forcing me to do something that we don't feel is important?
After a tough year of remote learning, parents have a lot to say.
Yes.
Plus, he was ready to serve our country. But hours before graduating from the Air Force Academy, everything changed for this cadet.
It was the most crushing moment of my life.
And tonight, after a decades-long battle to restore his dignity and honors, the White House is getting involved.
This is a battle of gigantic forces on both sides.
More than 100,000 Denver employees will have to get vaccinated by September 30th. That is the latest mandate from the city, and that includes school teachers. Good evening, and thanks for watching Denver7 News at 10. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're with us tonight. And that mandate comes amid, of course, the rising spread of the Delta variant. But the new health order is catching some people by surprise, including the Denver Classroom Teachers Association. They tell Denver7 they know it's important to keep teachers and staff safe, but they worry about that mandatory component.
There's so many aspects to these decisions, these important decisions that really affect so many people, and you really should listen to the people that are affected. Mandates tend to shut things down a bit.
Now, it's still not clear what would happen to an employee who does not comply. In the meantime, DPS still hasn't finalized a mask policy for the school year, only saying guidance could be coming out this week.
And other districts are taking a stance. Let's take a quick look at some of their rules. Aurora Public Schools says masks are required on school buses and only recommend masks inside the classroom.
Adams 12 5-star will require masks for staff, but not for students. Doug Coe and Littleton Public Schools decided against mandating masks altogether. Westminster requiring masks for everyone.
And in Jefferson County, the school district will require masks for students under the age of 12.
But some parents are ready to protest. Denver7 Sloan Dickey spoke with parents on both sides of the mask debate.
It was exactly what I had wanted.
The public and online debate over masks
Not again. That was my first response.
is flaring once again in Jefferson County after the school district announced a mask mandate for children aged 3 to 11 in the classroom. Masks are strongly recommended for students and staff who are vaccinated over the age of 12.
Kids should not have to deal with this stuff. They're young.
One group of parents thinks the restrictions have gone too far, and the other group,
From a community standpoint, I think they could have done more.
says they don't go far enough.
It was no mask for Jeffco mandate, and it included the vaccines and the social distancing.
Desi Rogers created a Change.org petition last week to remove all social distancing requirements and mask mandates in public schools.
I felt validated and feeling frustrated and irritated that these things were being pushed when lots of others besides me felt the exact same way.
It gained 301 signatures in the 5 days since it was created. Rogers says she plans to petition the school board at an upcoming meeting with the support she's gathered online.
If people want to mask their children, we're not telling them or even against people wanting to mask their kids, but we were wanting it to be a choice for us.
But parents on the other side say it's not that simple.
When we make these kind of public health decisions, they aren't individual choices, they're community choices. That's just how these things work.
Catherine Eterno started the COVID Conscious Classrooms Facebook page advocating for masks and social distancing measures to be implemented in Jefferson County classrooms until the pediatric vaccines are approved.
I think that we are maybe a less vocal majority.
A petition linked to her group has gained more than 1,300 signatures, and she says her group plans to lobby as well, in a different way.
My group is actually in the process of kind of like a thank you campaign to the board, because even though we are not completely satisfied, I think we do recognize the political pressure that a lot of the board members have been under.
No matter the form, parents are speaking out.
Mask wearing is the only thing that we can do in schools to protect kids. Period.
As the debate over masks in schools continues.
We just want to be heard and have people respect our opinions.
And those opinions will be heard on both sides. Groups both in favor and against these mask mandates will be protesting outside of Jefferson County schools on Wednesday. Reporting live in Denver, Sloan Dickey, Denver7.
Thank you, Sloan. In Denver, the school district says it's working with health leaders to implement the new health order, mandating vaccines for teachers and school staff. The mayor said he really had no choice but to implement this mandate. COVID numbers have more than quadrupled over the last few weeks in Denver. In June, the city saw about 15 positive cases per 100,000 people. In July, that number jumped to 71 cases per 100,000 people. The CDC says this Delta variant appears to be as contagious as chickenpox, and that's why Mayor Hancock believes even a 70% vaccination rate will not protect residents, businesses, or the economy from taking another hit. So this fall and winter, right now, 76% of Denver County's population fully vaccinated. Across the country, 70% of adults have received at least one dose of the vaccine.
And tonight, the city of Denver voted to crack down on those who violate public health orders. Businesses could be charged an amount 5 times higher for violating health orders. So instead of facing a fine of $999, this new ordinance increases that fine to $5,000. The city believes the higher fines are needed to stop those repeat offenders or businesses that just don't want to comply. And Kaiser Permanente is the latest healthcare organization to mandate vaccines for its employees and physicians. They join UC Health, Denver Health, and Banner Health. Workers must get vaccinated by September 30th, and 77% of Kaiser employees are fully vaccinated.
Well, just in the last 30 minutes, CDOT reopened the westbound lanes of I-70 at US 40, closed because of a rock and mudslide. And it could take days, take maybe even weeks before I-70 through Glenwood Canyon reopens. New video from CDOT shows the damage to the highway. Look at that. That debris also spilled into the river. And today, Governor Polis says Glenwood Canyon usually sees about 2.5 inches of rain in all of July. Well, it saw 4 inches of rain in 5 days.
This is a setback. I think what's really important is to get it fixed before ski season. There's more alternatives in summer for safer travel and scenery. And it's absolutely critical that it's back to fully functioning by ski season.
Right now, the state's working to declare a state of emergency, also working with the federal government for support. Now, as far as how quickly it's going to reopen, that really just depends on weather.
And listen, if it's not rain and flooding in your neighborhood, it's the poor air quality. Most of the state is under some type of alert.
Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson joins us now at 10 with what we can expect this week. Mike?
Tomorrow is going to be another very busy day as far as thunderstorms in the mountains. This is what it looked like today up in the high country in time lapse up on the Continental Divide. A lot of shower and thunderstorm activity. Some of it still continues at this hour. Most of it's diminishing for tonight, but the flash flood watches continue through tomorrow, and there are a few warnings. As a matter of fact, Glenwood Canyon, the Grizzly Creek burn scar, under a flash flood warning until 10:30 tonight. The rains have lightened up in that area, but it's already caused some locally heavy conditions there in the form of some mudslides, further causing more problems. To the east, flash flood watch remains in effect, and that goes to the north as well. All of these burn scars very suspicious again for tomorrow, with more heavy rain on the way. The main weather headlines: more monsoon moisture tomorrow. Mountain flooding is likely on the plains and the Denver area. It's poor air quality. Later on this week, weather conditions change with warmer and drier days ahead.
And you can monitor the radar 24/7 on Denver7 Plus for your streaming device. We also have interactive radars on our website, thedenverchannel.com.
Tonight, a significant development in a story Denver7 investigates, first reported earlier this year. It's a story of an Air Force cadet spending more than a decade trying to get justice.
Hours before Adam Dorito was scheduled to graduate, the Air Force Academy unexpectedly kicked him out of the academy.
As Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski shows us tonight, the White House has now stepped in.
If I give up, who else is going to fight this battle?
Adam Dorito is fighting to regain his reputation. He wants his diploma from the Air Force Academy.
The Superintendent of the United States Air Force Academy, 10th District Federal Court.
For 11 years, he's sent letters, he's knocked on doors. He's hoped someone might step in.
I went to both of our senators here in the state of Colorado. I was completely ignored, so we went to the Secretary of Defense.
Dorito got no traction, no action until this letter arrived at his house.
Addressed from the White House: Dear Specialist Dorito.
It was a letter from Washington, D.C., from the President's team.
The White House staff has reviewed your correspondence and forwarded it to the appropriate federal agency for further action.
What's that mean in layman's terms?
That means that the President of the United States is forcing his Secretary of the Air Force, which is he appointed, to do their job.
And from the former Air Force cadet's perspective, that job is simple: investigating what happened in the hours before his graduation.
It was the most crushing moment of my life, and it's a moment I'll never forget.
Earlier this year, Dorito reached out to Denver7 Investigates, telling his story, hoping for help.
And it's like, there's no way this is happening. There's no way I'm not going to be an officer. There's no way I'm not going to go fly. And it hurt. To be fair, was I a perfect cadet? Absolutely not. But did I do anything what your standard cadet would do in college? No, absolutely not.
In a matter of hours, Dorito was stripped of his honor, his diploma, and betrayed by the Air Force he trusted, accused of fraternizing with a subordinate.
This is a battle of gigantic forces on both sides.
Attorney Herb Rubenstein has helped guide Dorito's gauntlet of appeals.
We're fighting for an honest Air Force Academy, and Adam Dorito cannot lose that fight.
A process that now includes a request from the President of the United States to the Secretary of the Air Force to review what happened to Adam and provide a response.
This is Adam Dorito trying to explain what happened to him and what lies were told about him that stopped him from getting his degree the day before he was supposed to graduate.
Have there been people around you, Adam, that just said, you know, you need to let this go?
Absolutely.
Ultimately, it was advice Adam ignored. Now, more than a decade later, and after more than $200,000 in legal fees, the former cadet
Dismissed!
may finally get his diploma.
If you get that degree, what will it mean?
It'll mean everything. It'll mean that the past 11 years of my life were for a purpose.
Specialist Adam Dorito is a current member of the Colorado National Guard. In fact, he was sent to Washington, D.C. back in January to protect the Capitol during the presidential inauguration. He believes if he gets his diploma from the Air Force, it will restore his tarnished reputation, and it will also clear the way for him to become an officer in the Colorado National Guard. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
I was getting cards every day, every single day, people wanting to buy my house.
Preserving its character and culture.
It's worth everything to me.
Tonight, residents in one of Denver's oldest neighborhoods are celebrating as the city prioritizes history over development.
Plus, a pivotal piece of the Broncos defense returns to training camp. The latest on Bradley Chubb and his surgically repaired ankle.